Chicago Cubs News Today.
Attention, Cubs fans! A potential trade could be forming right now, and this is not just any move. Sources indicate that the Chicago Cubs are targeting a player who could completely change the course of the season. And look, this could happen sooner than you think. Have you ever imagined Bryce Harper wearing Cubs blue? Yeah, it might sound crazy, but Dave Dombrowski, president of the Phillies, has confirmed preliminary trade discussions, and Harper's name is on the table. The Phillies are struggling. 9 wins, 19 losses. They fired Rob Thompson. The atmosphere in Philadelphia is terrible right now. And there's more. The relationship between Dombrowski and Harper reportedly soured when the executive suggested that the two-time MVP is no longer elite. Imagine hearing that from your own president. Harper has a no-trade clause, but if he wants out, he can waive it. Zachary Reimer from Bleacher Report listed the Cubs as an ideal destination if Harper hits the market. The reasoning is simple. Chicago doesn't need him to fill a hole. Michael Busch had a decent year in 2025, but he's not untouchable. He's not a long-term lock. The front office's patience with him may be limited. Bringing in Harper would turn a strength into something dominant. It would add playoff weight to a team that already has Bregman and Pete Crow Armstrong. Harper isn't just any player. He's a proven superstar with October baseball pedigree. He's faced the Dodgers and Braves in high-stakes series. He understands pressure. He knows what it means to carry a team. And more than that, he has openly expressed his love for Wrigley Field. The emotional fit is there. The tactical fit is there too. And the Cubs have pieces to deal. Jackson Wiggins, for example, is a name that could make the Phillies pay attention. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I love the idea. Harper in the middle of that lineup, protecting Bregman, adding depth, that changes everything. But part of me is still cautious. Not because he isn't good enough, but because we've seen this before. Big names coming to Chicago, sky-high expectations, and then what? We need production. We need someone who shows up when it matters. Before we continue, quick question. If you're a real Chicago Cubs fan, check out the link down below. It's MLB Shop through Fanatics, only official gear, tons of great items from our team. Back to the analysis. The financial side also matters. Harper has a massive contract. The Cubs would need to absorb a significant portion of it and still send valuable prospects. Jackson Wiggins is a promising arm with top-of-the-rotation potential. Giving him up is not an easy decision. But if the goal is to compete now, if the goal is finally getting past the Dodgers in a playoff series, then maybe this is the kind of move you have to make. Theo Epstein wasn't afraid to go all in 2016. Jed Hoyer needs that same courage. You look at the current roster and see talent. You see potential. But something is missing? That one piece that makes opponents nervous. That one name that changes how the opposing manager builds their strategy. Harper is that guy. He forces pitchers to be perfect. He forces managers to rethink everything. The Phillies haven't decided to sell yet. They still have time to turn things around. But if June and July continue like this, if the team keeps sinking in the NL East, Dombrowski will become a seller. And when that happens, the Cubs need to be first in line. They need to be aggressive, because opportunities like this don't come every year. Landing a player of this caliber, with this track record, in the middle of the season, it's rare. I know some people will say, Jake, we don't need another big name, we need pitching. And honestly, I partially agree. The bullpen is still a concern, but baseball isn't pure math. Sometimes you need to make a statement. You need to show the clubhouse, the fans, and the rest of the league that you're all in. Harper would do exactly that. So stay tuned. This story is just getting started. The next 2 months will determine whether this becomes reality or just another trade deadline rumor. But one thing I can guarantee. If Harper puts on that Cubs uniform, Wrigley will explode. Look. After Monday, after that blatant robbery, we deserve something good. We deserve news that brings real hope. Harper could be that. Or it could just be another rumor. Time will tell. But here's my question for you, fan. Is it worth going all in right now? Is it worth giving up the future for a championship window that's open today? Or do you hold on to the young talent, trust the process, and wait for the right moment? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I want to know what you think, because at the end of the day, this is about us. It's about believing this team can win it all again.